What did you see in Pfizer with everybody focused on this breakup?
Yeah, it's a slight beat in earnings, but as you say, everybody wanted more details about what a potential split could look like after Pfizer appeared to lay the groundwork to separate the generics from the branded drugs unit yesterday. So the earnings call just ended, and on it we did hear the CFO say a breakup is unlikely before 2017, so 3 years out. Not too surprising. We always knew that a Pfizer split would be a very slow turning screw if it were to happen. As for the numbers themselves, profit rising more than fourfold. The main reason there, Pfizer made a lot of money spinning off that animal health unit, but sales were down a bit, Sarah, and that's really part of the bigger story of what's going on at Pfizer. So this is a company that's now making just a fraction of the money they were making a few years ago. Why? Well, because they lost the patent for Lipitor.
The patent cliff, yes.
Now their best-selling drugs, that's what's driving the top line. Lyrica, 2 vaccines called Prevnar. All the hopes for Pfizer have been what's been in the pipeline, Eliquis, a blood thinner, and Xeljanz. But the bad news is the numbers have come in pretty soft on Xeljanz, and Eliquis didn't even make it into its own single-line item on the results. It just fell into other drugs. That's bad news.
Well, it looks like shares are up 1%. Also looking in the healthcare world, we did get results from Merck today. What was the highlight there?
Well, there's good news and there's bad news. That's actually how Mark Schoonbaum over at ISI summed it up. So the good news is that everybody was panicked about Januvia. That's their best-selling drug for diabetes, but the Januvia numbers actually did come in strong. The bad news is, similarly to Pfizer, they're in this overall environment of falling revenue. So Merck lost patents for Singulair. You really saw that bite this quarter. They also lost their patent for Remicade last year. So it's Januvia that's driving the top line, but they have had some hiccups over what's in the pipeline. In particular, they've had an experimental drug for osteoporosis and this Surexin sleeping aid that we've been talking about. So R&D really has been a tricky point for Merck. Merck shares are down a little bit today, but Merck did announce today they are going to replace the head of R&D, so they're recognizing they're having trouble in the pipeline, trying to do something about it.
And they have to offset those patent expirations. That seems to be the common theme here, those lower margin generics.